Hey everyone, it's Rob from Ready to Roll, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Fate of Konor and what's up with power ratings. So, the Fate of Konor, and I have details here on my phone, is coming, and I think it's actually already started. But my local store is starting the festivities next week, either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday at any one of their 3 local shops. A different night for each one, so I guess if you want to participate more than once, you can. And it's interesting because they definitely are doing it their own way. There is they are using power rating as opposed to points, and I guess that's fine. And made me realize something about power ratings that I'm going to get to in the second half of this video. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Fate of Konor. You know, when the first information came out, there was definitely saying if you're using Battleforge, this, that, or the other thing. So they've definitely decided on what they as a store are doing, which I think is good that they're unifying it. Also, they're only counting stuff in their store, not stuff like, oh, play home and then tell your local store, which is what the website's been saying. And from a business standpoint, I get that. You want people in your store, you want to be able to say, hey, look at all these people playing Warhammer, come check out the fun, then new people come in, they buy a start collecting box, so on and so forth. So, the themes and all that, though, I think are the same. So, just to quickly read here, theme of week 1 is start collecting, and that's a 25-point patrol detachment game, and players are encouraged to either use a start collecting box or a similar style list. Week 2 is elites, 32 power level, also 1 patrol detachment. And basically what they kind of want you to do through all these is take your existing army and add that thing. So take your existing 25-point detachment and add a 7-point elite, or I don't know, 4-point elite and a 3-point troop or whatever. Week 3 is tanks, transports, and monstrous creatures. That bumps it up to 42 power level, also still just a patrol detachment. Week 4 is psychers. That bumps it up to 50 power level, still a patrol detachment. And if your army doesn't have one, they just say use another HQ. And finally, week 6 is a Lord of War or scenery or something cool. 75 power level, 1 patrol detachment, and 1 super heavy auxiliary detachment. And you're, again, encouraged to add those things. There are points for painting your models. So if you show up with newly painted models in the Elites week and you painted the Elite model that you added, like, for example, in my Space Wolves, if I add in some Wolf Guard and they're Elite and I paint them that week and I bring them in, they'll give me points for that. There's, I don't know if this is the Fate of Konor because I haven't looked at it recently, or if it's my store, but it's for storyline. And basically, you can do a write-up of the way your stories have gone, and you'll get points for that, so especially if you connect them. So I'm planning on mostly playing Craig during this, as much as it's a good opportunity to play other armies, and maybe we will. But it'd be cool to read a continuous, Space Wolves and Death Guard are fighting, so Ultramarines are like, oh hey, there's a lot of Death Guard here, and then Space Wolves come in, and this is the story of my army going at it and facing off against the Death Guard, and he could write his own version if he wanted about his Death Guard, and there's a whole bunch of Space Wolves, and goddamn Space Wolves. Beyond that, it's, you get points for showing up with the model added to your list, as they say. And then finally, showing up and playing a game gives you a point, and winning a game gives you a point. And playing a game and winning a game are not a whole lot of points. You can play one game a week, but you can get multiple victories per week, and that's just how they're doing it. Regardless, I will probably just do one game with Craig throughout. So, we'll both get to play, hopefully we'll both get all the other things, and then one of us will get an extra point for victory. So I'm trying to save Konor. He's trying to destroy it. So that is that, and I'm excited because it gives us and other players a reason to go to our store on a weekly basis and play games, because we were going to go this last week, not the Combat Patrol game, but on Thursday, because they generally have a Thursday night Warhammer thing going on, and hang out and play a game, and we decided, you know what? We don't feel like driving the 20 minutes, let's just hang out and paint some models. There's nothing wrong with that either. But it's good because it'll get more people to go there because the numbers have been dwindling a little bit. The second thing I want to talk about, which this brought up because me and Craig have only been using points as opposed to power rating, that's just the nature of me and Craig, is I can create 2 very, very different armies. And I thought about it. So the Space Wolves Start Collecting box is basically 25 points on the dot, or 25 power level on the dot. You know, the Thunderwolves are 8, the Thunderwolf Cavalry, so that's 8 points right there. The Wolf Pack, I built mine as Grey Hunters, so I could either have them all 10 together for 11 points, or 2 groups of 5 for 12. And then Captain with a Jetpack is 6, or Captain Without is 5. So if I had the Cavalry, 2 groups of 5, and 1 Captain Without a Jetpack is 25, or in my case, I'll just save a point by throwing the Grey Hunters together and have the Jetpack under the Captain. And that is my start collecting box, and that is 25 points, or 25 power rating. The other hand, though, that comes out to 394 points. Now, 400 points is solid. That's generally what I see when people are talking about getting started with the start collecting box. They'll give you 400 points. That's sweet. But then I thought, I have all the Dark Imperium models. I wonder what I could build with those. And that'll give me a reason to paint more of those guys. Well, turns out you can make 25 points with those, and obviously there's more than 25 power rating. I keep saying points. 25 power rating of points of those guys, but I figured, okay, let me see what I can make. So I took the Captain and Gravis Armor as the HQ. He's a whopping 7 points power rating. And I took the Primaris Intercessors. There are 6 for the 5 of them. That puts me up to 13 already. I thought, it'd be cool to include more Intercessors, but as I totaled the points, I realized there isn't something that kind of fits in then after that. So I decided, all right, in that case, I will throw in the Inceptors, the 3 flying dudes, and they take 18 shots, and they're really cool. They're 8 points, and I'll use them with 4 left, and snugly fitting in there is a Primaris Ancient. So, in my Space Wolves, I have an HQ, 1 troop, and 1 fast attack. It could be 2 troops if my HQ didn't have a jetpack. In the Dark Imperium Primaris list, I have 1 HQ, 1 elite, 1 troop, and 1 fast attack. So, okay, there's an extra elite in there. But it also comes out to 531 points versus the 394, which is a difference of 137, which is how many points the Captain and Gravis Armor is. So if I was playing a 531 points game and I place these 2 armies against each other, I can have the main HQ unit of the Primaris, get a second one, item to the Space Wolves, and now they're evenly matched. And I know power rating is supposed to be, casual, quick, fun. Oh, want to just do a 40 power rating game and not worry about, is it worth it to take the extra Stormbolter on the Rhino? I get what it's for. I really do. And also, using the 25 point baseline for the start collecting boxes is a really good idea to get new players in from a business standpoint. I definitely cannot deny that. But it just makes me wonder if anyone at the store is gonna kind of disregard the start collecting style and kind of just assemble a really powerful, here's my 25 power rating army, and oh, look at that, there's a defiler. Lovely. I hope people won't. I'm still not sure which of these 2 lists I'm gonna run. I want to run the first one because that's actually the Space Wolf start collecting, but I would argue that the second one is in the style of a start collecting box. It came out of the 2-player box, and it's in that style. And maybe I could take the Inceptors, add more Intercessors, and replace the Ancient with a Lieutenant, or I don't know. I'll figure that out. But in the meantime, I just thought it was strange. Just because I think that's a pretty vast difference. And if this was a 50-point game, that then becomes nearly 300 points of difference in a points game between the 2, which is a lot. 300 points is a lot. And because everything's based off power rating, it's not like there's any kind of sudden death, anything or whatever. So I just wanted to throw out my 2 cents on that. Me and Craig in our personal games will probably stick with points because we're both, even though we don't play a lot, we're both competitive, and I think we're both looking to play more and get good at the game. And maybe if we have limited time, we'll play a power rating game. But me and Craig also generally keep lists. We both have an Excel spreadsheet of all our units, their cost, cost per unit or model in the thing for those that can vary. And we have at any given time like a 500, 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000 point list. So we already have our lists for the next time that we play, not at the store because we're going to have to adjust. But the next game that just me and him play will be 1,500 points, and we basically already both have our lists, maybe tweak it a little bit. But that's all I really had to say about the Fate of Konor, which I'm excited for, and power rating, which is a little weird, but I still think it's a good idea. As usual, this has been Robb from Ready to Roll, and I'll see you guys next time.